Morning, everybody. Just getting my morning drinks, morning time. Before we head out here, I heard that morning and outside are important. One of the things that are important is sleep. I heard from a little bird or a Zoom Live intensive that was held yesterday that rocked. Hope you guys heard that and saw that, and if you didn't, go get it. Dr. Cassie's live masterclass on sleep. It was powerful. Speaking of Zooms, the replay of the Zoom Live intensive I did on the first part of my book is still available at the original investment before it goes over to Uscreen. So just email me, info@TommyJohnIII.com. Let me know if you would like the details on that. Something to consider before doing it. It's about 2.5 hours long. The whole premise was, as I said, I published a book in 2018 in the face of the youth sports injury epidemics we were experiencing on all levels, from elbow injuries to knee injuries to concussions to mental health, blah, 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 in youth and sports. And there was a solution, and it was my book. That was a moment in time, crafted in 2016, published in 2018, based on my experiences prior to 2016. Now we fast forward 5 more years, 8 more years, 7 more years, and here we are. My medicine has changed, gotten better. I built upon foundations and principles, constantly testing what I'm doing, constantly putting myself through the ringer, constantly experiencing things myself, to come to more truths and more ideal ways to interpret these laws and rules that we have set forth, that we all have to abide by, as we implement them in the infinite that is our lives. So being that a book is a moment in time, and it was my name on it, and some of the things I was saying in there, as you know, cleaning up house and cleaning shop and cutting ties with a lot of people and things and professions and licenses and all this other stuff. This was the last remaining piece of the puzzle that I just wasn't pleased with, and I thought I could improve upon it. And that's what I'm trying to do, is constantly improve. And my book's out there, and if anybody were to just straight up apply my book, it's not really going to provide what it claims to. The principles in there and the concepts, absolutely, but you have to read between the lines so deep and so well. And I just would never say half the things I said in that book when I published. So I wanted to make those corrections and enhance the whole thing and evolve the whole thing and adapt and change and share that with you. And so that's what this Zoom was for. It's the part 1 half of the book. It's a 304-page book. So there's no way we're doing it in one Zoom, but it was half. If you do it, I would bring the book, because I go almost page by page and go over changes and sections and details. So be prepared to kind of follow along if you wish. But that's the kind of setup, the way it was set up for this particular Zoom. And in my opinion, and Dr. Cassie's opinion, it was my best one yet. I've done calf jump, spinal hygiene, I've done hanging, I've done the feet. And this one just felt the best. It was, it flowed the best. It covered everything, instead of one specific topic, which is tough for her and I to do because we just don't talk that way. And so the second half is just going to be bomb as well. The book was a culmination of my entire life and everything I'd done up until that point. And we should always be changing. So we should always be revising our additions. I think. If you're not, something's wrong. You're a puddle. All right, so email me, info@TommyJohnIII.com, if you want questions on the details of it. It's 2.5 hours, so you've got 5 days to digest it, dissect it, take it over. And then it's not leaving, as I've said with all my other Zooms. It goes over to Uscreen. It's just going to be a little more of an investment. So either way, in my opinion, it's worth it. 2.5 hours of my time, and it was literally my most exciting, best. I felt the most drained. I felt the most clean. I felt the most empowered and I felt the most complete when I closed shop. The other ones are great. It's just hard when it's a single topic. And you're working in a manner that it's tough to treat life with a single topic. So, but there's a method to the madness. All right. Got to fill the rig with water. Heading out of town. Stay tuned.